Hey guys, what is up? This is Mr. A. Crizzy here, and in tonight's movie review, I'm going to be doing a movie review on this new action thriller film which just came out today, and I just got back from seeing it tonight with my dad, and this review is going to be on Flight Risk. Flight Risk is the new movie directed by Mel Gibson and stars Mark Wahlberg, who plays a hitman and pilot in the film, named Daryl Booth. And so, in this movie, Flight Risk is about a U.S. Marshal who escorts a government witness to trial after he is accused of getting involved with a mob boss, only to discover that the pilot who is transporting them is also a hitman that has also been sent to assassinate the informant. After they subdue him, they are forced to fly together after discovering that there are others attempting to eliminate them. And yeah. And of course, like, the whole movie itself takes place on an airplane, and the movie's also very short as well. It's also pretty short of a film. So it's basically like 91 minutes. Yeah, that's how long the movie is. And like I said, this movie takes place on an airplane for the remainder of the movie. And yeah. So, when I first saw the trailer to this movie, it had me a little interested in checking it out, and so, like, it did look pretty interesting and cool from the trailer, and of course, and yeah, I was only going to see two January films that are coming out this year, like this month, but then after my dad said that he wanted to see this movie, I went and saw Flight Risk anyway, and I know critics haven't really been that positive on the film. Like, I've been hearing this movie's been getting like negative reviews, but in my opinion, I honestly thought it wasn't really that bad of a film. In my opinion, I kind of liked it. My dad thought it had some pretty good parts, and some parts that made other moviegoers in my screening laugh. Even though this is not meant to be like a comedy film in some ways, because this movie is mainly like an action thriller movie. And since this comes to us from the director of Braveheart, which I still have not seen, but of course, like, Mel Gibson, like, he directed two other films. Like, I know Mel Gibson also directed two other films which I consider my favorite from his, which are Passion of the Christ and Hacksaw Ridge. And I gotta say, even though Mel Gibson is a controversial actor and filmmaker for various reasons, I gotta say, his direction here I thought was decent, in my opinion. And yeah, and basically, and I think basically, like when the movie opens up, it gives you, I think it gives you like I think it gives you like some sort of hint or clues on what will happen for the remainder of the film. And yeah, most of the movie mainly takes place on an airplane, and yeah, I do really like movies about airplanes. And I gotta say, I think one reason I do like airplane movies is that I think they have interesting and cool sound design and mixing. Yeah. But yeah, but of course, I didn't let the negative reviews stop me from going to see this movie, and like, Dad didn't care. I know he wanted to see it, and my dad thought it wasn't really that bad in his opinion either. As we were walking out of the movie, and yeah, this was honestly not a bad film in my opinion. It was decent. And for the performances, I gotta say, the acting performances I thought were good and all. I thought Topher Grace in the film I thought was good as Winston, like, and that's his character's name in the film, Winston. I thought Topher Grace I thought was good in the film, and Mark Wahlberg, he honestly wasn't really that bad in the film in my opinion, because I do like Mark Wahlberg. Even though, yeah, Mark Wahlberg does look a little unrecognizable in this movie, because considering the fact that he sort of has like a bald head in the film. But I actually read on Wikipedia I actually read on research that Mark Wahlberg actually partially shaved off his hair, like, each day during filming of this movie, and instead of wearing a bald cap. Yeah, because instead of wearing a bald cap, he partially shaved his hair off during filming of this film, like, each day. Which in my opinion, this may be just me, but but in my opinion, from my perspective, that kind of makes him look like like that, because it kind of looks like Mark Wahlberg kind of looks a little bit like the late Michael Jeter, because the way Mark Wahlberg looks with the bald head, like how he partially shaved his hair off, because the way he looks in this movie, he kind of almost looks like Michael Jeter a little bit, like Michael Jeter, who's known for playing Mr. Noodle's brother, Mr. Noodle, on Elmo's World, and of course his final role was in the Polar Express. Yeah, Mark Wahlberg kind of looked a little bit like Michael Jeter in Flight Risk, but even though that's just me, of course, like the way Mark Wahlberg looks in the film. But that aside, his performance I thought was pretty decent in the film. I thought he was cool and all. And and my dad actually saw this one review on YouTube that this person that thinks that Flight Risk would have worked better as a streaming film on Netflix, which is probably one of the reasons why this movie got negative reviews. Yeah, because the movie kind of does feel like a streaming movie, even though from my perspective, when I was watching this movie in the theaters, I thought it was worth a shot. So in the end, guys, Flight Risk I thought what was a decent film in my opinion, which I already said that, but overall, this movie wasn't really that bad, and I'm gonna give Flight Risk 3.5 out of 5 stars. I mean, it's good, and there you have it. So if you're interested in checking out this movie and not listening to the critics who are giving this movie like negative reviews, then I say this is a good one-time watch. It may be a one-time watch for most of you guys, and if you want to give this movie a shot, then yeah, it's good for what it is. So there you have it. All right, guys. So that's going to be it for my movie review on Flight Risk. And that's going to be it for this video. So make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't yet. And as always, thanks for watching. And until next time, this is Mr. A. Crizzy saying goodbye, everybody, and that's about it.